What's up, producers? This is DJ Fanatic, founder and CEO of SoundsForProducers.com. What's happening, music producers? As you can see, this is a new channel. If you want to be a part of it, please hit the sub button as well as the bell so that way you can see all the notifications and new videos that we have planned for this channel. Today I'm just going to do a video on starting from the top down, 2019 goals. It's 2019 and this is actually the first video this year that we did for this channel. So anyway, basically it's about planning and setting goals so that way you can get your accomplishments done for this year. As a music producer such as myself, you know, it's very important that you stay organized and also have goals and a destination and organization so that way you can have progress and that way you can move forward in your career. That's what it's all about. So starting from the top down, what I mean by that, as you can see my screen here, I had to just quickly jot my thoughts down so that way I can reference it for you guys. Feel free to, you know, type it down or whatever, or organize it any way you want. You can also just read through it as I read through it. So anyway, what are your big goals for 2019 as a music producer? Like, what do you want to accomplish? Do you want a placement? Do you want your first placement? Do you want 5 placements? Do you want a Grammy award? Do you want to get signed to a label as a producer? Do you want you know, your beats licensed to, you know, for mechanical royalty, like a sync royalties? Like, do you want your stuff on commercials and TV, film, or video games? Like, what are your major goals as a music producer? Is it to make $20,000 a month, $30,000, $50,000 a month as a music producer? Like, these are the things you want to think about for 2019. Like, do you want to build $1 million studio this year? You know, do you want to buy all native instruments? Everything. They're new. I think it's up to 12 now. I have 11. Complete Ultimate or whatever, 12. Maybe you want to buy that. Maybe you want to buy the new iZotope Ozone 8, the entire suite. Maybe that's one of your goals. Maybe you want Omnisphere this year. You know, hopefully when this channel gets big enough, I'll be able to give away those type of free offers and stuff like that. Maybe you want to buy some new monitors. I mean, what do you really want to accomplish this year? It's always a good idea to write them down and revisit the list, especially when you need some inspiration. So these big goals, you definitely want to write them down. It's always good to like look at something on a piece of paper and be able to use it as a reference. You know what I mean? So like, for instance, I mentioned so many things. Let's say one of my personal goals as a music producer is to go to Grammy Awards. I don't, you know, I do care, but if I'm nominated, but it'd be cool just to be there and just hang out, you know, watch a show, maybe go to a little cocktail hour or whatever, meet a couple other producers and artists and just chill, man. I think it'd just be an awesome experience just to be there. I've never been there, but I will be there. So that's one of my goals. Maybe you want to get your first placement, you know, maybe that's your goal for this year. That'll be, you know, write that down. Maybe you want to be one of the top selling producers on online platform, Airbit or BeatStars, whatever. Maybe you want to be like the top 10 producer. You know, maybe that's your goal. So whatever these goals are for this year, write them down. So I'm gonna mention at the bottom, but what you want to do once you get these goals down, and you know, you definitely want to revisit them often, especially when you need some inspiration. You're not really feeling like accomplishing these goals. You're like, man, I'm tired, I went to work, or I've been doing this all day, and you come home and you don't want to do anything music. You know, it's important that you look at it and be like, yo, it'll motivate you in that time, you know, that you really need it. So you basically want to connect these goals as we go down in the list here to your major goals, especially the ones, you know, for 2019, your big annual goals. So then you move on to monthly goals. You write down what you want to accomplish each month. It's best to start on a month-by-month basis because things change and it's more challenging to plan over time. So basically, like this month alone, January, what can you do this month that could get you closer to that major goal for this year? you want to think like that. So that way, you know, you're taking it in pieces. There's levels that get you to the big things. It definitely helps you stay organized and also keeps you on a you know, straight path to it. So once you got your monthly goals, and it's good to do it just month by month, because I tried, and these are things that help me as, you know, my music career as a sound designer and also music producer and DJ as well. So this definitely helped me over the years, breaking down, you know, my goals every year, and hopefully it'll help you. Hopefully you get something out of it. But for weekly goals, you think about what you can get done each week that can get you to your monthly goals. And the monthly goals, what can you do every month to get you close to the annual goal? So it's all connected. You don't want to lose your direction. And it's a good way to like keep you focused. So then you move on to your daily goals. Usually, you know, for me, I start the day with meditation and reviewing my annual goals. It's good to review your annual goals because like your mind thinks differently when it's focusing on those main things. You're like, okay, I need to do this today. That'll get me to the here. And next week I can do that, and that'll get me to here. So starting with meditation for me helps clear my mind, helps relaxes me, gives me clarity. There's so many things, meditation. I know not everybody's into it. I highly recommend it. It's good for anybody that, you know, it's good for anybody. We're all human beings. You know, it doesn't matter what, you know, your profession is. It doesn't matter what you do in music, whether you're an engineer or assistant engineer or studio manager. It doesn't matter what you do. Producer, you know, it's important that, you know, you start the day off on a high note. So speaking of that, but it's always important to be a positive state, especially in the morning, and be grateful. And easy way to be positive is to think about all the things in your life you appreciate. And this is on, like, I don't want to get too deep on a video, but for those that understand, like, the more positive you are, I know we're surrounded by negativity. You know, like, I look at YouTube all day, not all day, but everywhere YouTube, there's like just negative comments, man. Not only on social media, everywhere. People hating on everybody for no reason. You don't even know the person. Like, it's crazy what the internet has come to. So it's easy to be upset or push somebody else down to make yourself feel better, or like, you know, make stupid comments on YouTube where it's free television. I just don't understand that. You just don't watch it. So anyway, you know, it's good to be positive, and, you know, an easy way to be positive, especially think about the things that you appreciate. You know, you wake up in the morning. I know sometimes, you know, you don't want to go to that day job, but think about it. That day job helped you buy that equipment. That day job helped you get a BeatStars account. That day job helped you market your beats. That day job helped you, you know, feed yourself because your beats aren't selling. Or, you know, that day job helped you get the toilet paper that you use. You know what I'm saying? So don't discredit it. There's always like a positive in every negative. You got to look at it in a different perspective. So I don't want to get on too many tangents, but you write down your daily goals that you want to accomplish. Prioritize your daily goals, especially the ones that bring you money and a source of income. And okay, so I'm gonna stop right there. I had the issue of making daily goals, doing all this stuff, and like I would not prioritize my goals. So I would like check Instagram as a first thing to do in the morning. Like, why am I making that a priority? Like, my priority, that basically that's not a priority. Or, you know, check Twitter or whatever. Your priority for a music producer would be to make a beat first thing in the morning. You know, it's good. Your creative energy is high. I mean, it'd be good to just work on music and just finish the beat. I know a lot of producers don't finish music. I mean, sometimes you can just do about I mean, everyone works differently. Sometimes you can do like 10 different melody ideas and just put that away. Or you do 10 melody ideas every day, or do 10 drum loops every day. Whatever it is, just have a set goal. I like to do a whole beat every day. I didn't get to do one today, unfortunately, but you know, do what you can, and that's a daily goal. You know, that you can use to, let's say you want to do a beat tape by the end of the month. You did 10 beats every day. How many beat tapes is that? See what I'm saying? So writing down your daily goals that you want to accomplish and prioritize them. You know, have let's say you make music for TV film. Prioritize that, because that's bringing you money. You know, you kind of have to pay attention to what that energy is telling you. It's like, yo, I'm making money doing this with my music. Hone in on that. Think about different ways that you can maximize that. Like, how can you make it better? How can you make more money with it? How can you bring more value to someone else because they like your music on this platform? You know, so you kind of have to prioritize things like that. And it's important. Get you closer to your annual goals, those big goals. So moving on, then you cross them off as they're completed. It starts to feel good when you get things done and you move to the next. So trust me, when you start doing this and you start crossing them off, you're like, yo, I'm feeling good about myself. I did all that in one day. I had about 20 things I finished with a full-time job, 8 hours. I'm driving 2 hours a day, that's 10 hours. But I managed to finish 20 things outside of that in one day. And I was just I was going ham on it. And I was crossing them off, and I'm like, yo, how in the world did I finish all that? And I felt really good about myself. I was fulfilled, and you sleep better, trust me. And then you get to do it all over again the next day. Now, getting things done, it gives you momentum, like I was saying, to keep going. Some days you won't get everything done. It's all good. Just move to the next day, but try your best to complete. So some things, you know, you'll have 5-10 things you want to finish, and you just can't get it done because you had distractions, you had something happen. I know life happens, so you know, you got to pick somebody up, or you know, it's a holiday, you don't have a weekend, or you just didn't do anything. You know, you maybe just watch TV all day or play video games, or just scroll on Instagram looking at models. whatever it is that you do away from these goals, away from making music, you know, whatever your vice, whatever it is that takes you away from these goals, you know, what point was I getting at? Whatever that takes you away from these goals are distractions. I mean, it's good to have slight distractions, but limited. So where was I? So getting things done gives you that momentum to keep going. Some days you won't. There we go. Some days you won't get everything done. So just move to the next. And sometimes when you don't get it done, just move it to the next day. So that's the point I was getting to. So be mindful of your daily goals, like I said earlier, which should be steps to complete your weekly goals. And your weekly goals should be steps to your monthly goals, and your monthly goals should be steps to those big 2019 goals that I mentioned earlier at the beginning of this video. So basically, you're mindful of the major goals and your 2019 goals. What can you do every month to get you closer to those big goals? You know, the whole Grammy thing, look up, go to Grammy, the website. They have like organizations where you can be a member on their board. I looked at that. I still need to look at that. And then I started researching people that work for them on IG. Like, these are steps that you can take to get there. Let's say getting signed. There's so much stuff on YouTube, so much stuff on the internet, man. There's no excuse, because I hear excuses all the time. Because people, man, it's saturated. Man, I can't get to the Grammys, yo. There's just, you know, it's too connected. I don't know nobody. Like, the people that think like that, they're gonna stay where they are. And you're watching this video to the end, and being that you're watching it, that means that you know, you can go further because you're not listening to that. Like you're thirsty for knowledge. Like you see beyond excuses and you're motivated to do something. That's what separates successful people and unsuccessful people. So anyway, actually that should be the next video, successful, unsuccessful, because you know, I know a lot about that. But anyway, see, I'm getting on tangents, and I'm not even gonna edit any of this, so that way you can laugh. So if you laughed at that, hit that sub button. So anyway, be mindful of your daily goals. All your goals connect. Your daily connects to your weekly, weekly connects to monthly, monthly connects to your 2019 annual goals. This can be applied to almost anything. I didn't say that, but you know, being a producer is not just, or engineer, or whatever you do in a studio. You know, you can apply it to anything really. Having broken down your goals, that way it helps you stay on target and a destination. And speaking on target, I just wanted to mention like about setting goals. Imagine like a huge, I don't know, let's say you're riding a tractor, right? Big tractor, one of those John Deere ones with all the massive wheels on it, and it has those big arms hanging. I don't know what they call them. If you're a farmer, please forgive me for my lack of knowledge. But let's say you're sitting behind the wheel, right? And what you do, you start the tractor up and you put it in drive or whatever, first gear, whatever gears it has, and you let off and you take your hands off the wheel. What's that tractor gonna do? It's gonna go wherever it wants to go. It's gonna have no destination. It's not gonna know how far. It's not gonna know if it needs to turn left, needs to turn right. It doesn't know. Avoid the road, avoid the highway, avoid the big ditch right there that the tractor's gonna get stuck in. You see what I'm saying? So imagine if your hands were on the wheel, your eyes were open, and you knew exactly where you're going. Imagine that. Like, there's a big difference there. So without a destination, you're going anywhere, you're lost. So that's what I mean by having goals for 2019, and that's why this little breakdown from top down, start from the top down, it helps me through the years, and hopefully it'll help you, and help you like stay focused, and also help you stay on track with your goals that you want to accomplish this year. You know, you don't want to be in the same place that you started years ago or whatever. You want to be able to progress every year, every month, every day. You want to be a different person, you know. So I believe in you, and you know, if you enjoyed the video, you learned anything, you know, definitely please join us. And I didn't finish the last sentence, so like I was saying, it can be applied to anything, but remember to make time for your craft outside of your personal day job life. Otherwise, you won't make any progress with your true passions. So, you know, I work a daytime job, hopefully not for long. I'll be doing music full time, and also, you know, sound design as well. And also, you know, don't look at, you know, your loved ones or your family as a negative because you just want to do music. You know, you got to just find a balance about it. But you always, every day, put time into your craft, because that's what you truly love and that's what you want to bring to the world. So anyway, in closing, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the sub button. We have a lot more planned for this channel, which I'm excited about. And definitely thank you for your support. And we got some new sounds coming. The site actually is launched right now. We're going through some testing just to make sure everything's good. And also there is a cool, maybe I'll put it in the description when it's ready, but it's I got a free loot pack for you called the Cayenne Pack, and it's dope. It is fire, no pun intended, Cayenne fire. But anyway, again, hit the thumbs up button if you like the video. And this is DJ Fanatic at Sounds for Producers, and have a good night. Peace.